Hello, YouTube. Hello, fellow Americans, fellow associates that watch my channel. The very few that do, but it's mainly my friends. Like I said, I've always said that from the very beginning. I think when I first started this channel, my personal friends would be the people that watch me and pay attention to my channel, and that's what it is. It's never changed. It's stayed that way. I think I have. Geez, how many do I have? I think I've got like 80 something subscribers, but total between three of my channels, it's about 400 subscribers basically. But that's about it. But and people come in, they drop off, they check out whatever, and they're not interested. I'm a talking blog pretty much, I'm not showing that much, but because I'm in a parking lot, there's no point in really filming the parking lot where I'm at, and it gives people an idea where I am, and I don't want people to be able to see or locate my area that I'm in, or I turn my GPS locator off so they can't get on there either. But just the updates. I mean, I have a big feud with Camo Dave, big time. He blocked me, and I had some words with him, and they weren't good ones either. But that's okay because I don't like the guy. I personally don't like him. He's never been good. He's got a big head on his shoulders because of he thinks he's a big star. He's thinking he's the one of the members of the movie stars on YouTube. And that's what it's come to, basically, with him. He really just let the whole thing get to his head. Me, I'm a musician first. I've always done filming of bands, rock bands. I did that before YouTube, and I've done stuff as a young gentleman growing up in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've done stuff with that, and I have stuff on video, and I'm gonna post those things on, some of my early years, so the early stuff I did, the camping and in the Scottsdale area, I've got videos on all that kind of stuff. And I'm a musician. I play, the guitar and I sing, and I've got I own four instruments right now. I have a ukulele, I have a mandolin, regular electric, which is guitar, which is about, I think it's right now it's approaching 40 years old. It's almost as old as me. You know, I got that thing when I was like 16 years old. So my friend bought that guitar for me. It's Epiphone Gibson. It's a nice guitar actually. It's been set up and it's been worked on, and all the electrical wiring has been redone on it. Everything's been redone on it except probably the finish of the actual guitar. It's all original and all the same. The neck on the guitar is not mahogany. It's not mahogany. It's maple. So it's white maple wood, and it's smooth. I like it. It's the best. It makes bending your strings when you're playing easier, being like that. But that's how it is, and it's a good guitar for playing, and so I thought I'd bring that up. I just started playing yesterday. It's been a while since I actually started practicing, and it felt good. I'm building some calluses up on my fingers, so that's a good thing. And then on like every second Wednesday, it's either second or third Wednesday up here in Cottonwood, up at the Jerome Spirit Room. Lori McDonald hosts a open mic, and so she says, "Come on up, play." So yeah, I'm working on it. So that's why I start getting practicing, so I can get my songs down and at least get a few, and then I can just play those few at the. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. You're playing in front of crowds, big time. I mean, that place is always crowded. If there's a musician playing in there, guaranteed that room's gonna be filled, unless you're really bad, and then they walk out on you or something like that. But that would be the only thing I could think of. But that's okay. I'm gonna play. I gotta probably pick up a couple uh, cover tunes maybe, to play. In addition to my original stuff, I'll probably throw in probably like maybe one original and probably two covers. Hey, doing pretty good today. I woke up, got a late start. I was at karaoke last night and I sang there. I think I sang the best. Somebody told me that I sang the best I've ever done in there last night. Two people came up to me and told me that, and I'm like, they've heard me many, many times in there singing, and they're like, "You were on fire last night. What is it? What happened?" You know what I'm gonna say? It was lemon. I asked the bartender for some lemon, and I get scratchy throat, and I think that was the difference, really. But yeah, I sang. Let's see. Thanks for. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Glad to have some extra people on Facebook. All my friends are on Facebook. It's all my personal friends. And it's funny, this YouTube thing, I have an issue with. You ever heard of Camel Dave? He used to cover me, and he will not cover me ever again because I have issues with that guy. He's a jerk. He's a guy that just let his thing go to his head. He thinks he's a rock star YouTuber. He's a movie star on YouTube. That's where he's at right now. And it's like I hate when people get like that when they get a few subscribers. I think he's got 7,000 subscribers on there, and I don't know why. Well, it's because people have to watch him because they like to hear themselves being talked about and stuff. But yeah, I don't. I'm a person that's gonna have to. The only people I have to rely on are just the people that are in my life. Just my personal friends. And when my friends come up, I'll shoot some YouTube videos because it'll make a good one. And it'll just be for my friends to watch. And that's it. There's no letting this thing. I don't let things get to my head. I could play guitar, I could sing, and I could write music. And those are the big things for me, and I like to cover other people's music too. I like to get out with the camera and film people, because I like to take all that music and play it on a camping trip, when I'm sitting on the side of my chair eating a hot dog or whatever it is, and just have a good afternoon, just listening to some good time rock and roll. That's all there is to it. But as for Camel Day, man, I'm pretty much a troll. I've never been a troll, but I will troll his channel, and I have so far. So, and he ain't gonna like it, but I have a right to do that because I don't make anything threatening. I'm just a go-lucky guy that makes a statement, a simple, true fact statement, and I let it fly. That's how it is. That's how it works. So, let's see. Last week I was at Guitar Center in Pure. Yeah, I've been in that place many times. I love the. Yeah, I do. I'm the same with you, man. Let's see. The guitar by Megadeth guitarist by Megadeth. Dean. I've never known a guitar player named Dean. I think Dave Mustaine was the only. Did he add a guitar player? I don't know. Maybe he could have. Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellison. I'm not sure. They've had many drummers in that band, Megadeth. Let me see who played the bass. Oh, duh. Dave Ellison's the bass player for Megadeth, and he still is. He's a great guy. Actually, I met him, and I watched him play live at Joe's Grotto in Phoenix. He was playing when he was broke up with Megadeth for a while. He formed a project called F5. You might want to check into that. But I knew a couple guys that were playing in that band with Dave Ellison. I'm from Phoenix, Scottsdale area. I know all the musicians here. I'm good friends with the local musicians in Phoenix, especially St. Manis. Check those guys out. I'm good friends with them. I'm good friends with my friend Todd Nelson. He's in a couple bands in Phoenix. I'm not sure what the name of the bands are. There's another guy named Carl, his first name, and he's in a band called Black. Oh, I'm trying to think. He's got a record deal, but it doesn't. Even if you have a record deal, it doesn't mean you're making money. You can get signed by European labels, and those European labels like to take gambles on American bands. And they do. and you know, that doesn't mean you make money, but they'll pay for your recordings and they'll pay for your supplies and stuff like that for your guitars, and they'll do all that kind of stuff for you. Me, you know, I could get involved with all that too, but if I get playing and I get you know, where I'm playing out at clubs and stuff, then I could get some attention there. But let's see. So the guitarist named Dean. Let's see. Let me think. I can't read that. Where is that? Let me try to read that last statement. There's like something in the way. Okay, let's see. No, that's the name brand. Electric guitar Dean. Okay. All right, and his name, Dave Ellison. Yes, the bass player. I actually know the guy. I met him and I've talked to him many times. He's in the Phoenix area. Lives in Scottsdale, actually. North Scottsdale, he lives. And he goes to church, too. That's the other thing he does. And he's a very professional individual. He's very serious about his music. His music's all business. It really is. Um, can't say enough about the guy. The guy's just a good, down to earth guy. He played at Joe's Grotto one time. I've seen him in Joe's Grotto many times, actually. He goes in there and checks out bands. He checks out other musicians because, hey, he's actually doing a side project with a couple of my friends right now. So that's what he's doing currently. And I just spoke to my friends, and one of them, you probably maybe if you, my one friend John Casein, he's a really good singer in the Phoenix area. Now he has a record, he has major record deals. He's a wealthy individual, but he has got a side project with Dave Ellison. He's got I think 3 side projects going on same time. John Casein, he's in a band called Exiled. He had a picture taken with him and Dave Ellison together. You know, they were at the Mesa Amphitheater like last week or so. So yeah, John is yeah, he's kind of like he kind of lets things grow on his head's kind of heavy too because he has a pretty thick head. You know, the way he thinks and stuff about music. And I'm not saying he's a damn, you know, he can sing and he can play guitar. He's about the same level guitar player I am. We're about the same level, and yeah, we both played together before at Joe's Grotto. Actually, we played there. Did it? Oh, I think it was you know, it was an open mic. It's one of their open mic nights there at Joe's Grotto. I forget. I think it's on Mondays. Yeah, they do it on Mondays. So if you're in Phoenix, just go over to Joe's Grotto on Mondays and check out their open mic. And if you play, go over there and do it. You know, play. You know, get your guitar out and do your thing. And yeah, just keep playing. And I'm up here in Cottonwood. I'm hooking up with some musicians up here, especially since I've been singing karaoke up here. You know, they like my singing. So, but I'm gonna go to this one camp spot where there's an actual band that plays up at Jerome, and they live out there. It's called Tuesday Goot. So I'm gonna when I get this thing hooked up, if I ever do, hopefully I do. But then I'll go to that camp area, and I should check it out today because I need to go to the bank, and I'll go check out that new camp area. And the half that band lives out there, so you know what? I that's where they rehearse. So what's what the drummer told me. So I think I'll go, you know, try and start jamming with those guys, you know, and then I can kind of come in on their jams up there in Jerome. Maybe I can step in for a couple tunes with them, you know. But I got to rehearse with them first, you know. I just don't want to step up there without practicing with those guys. So, but yeah, so I had 2 people on here at one point. I don't know who else is. Let's see. I don't know who else is on here. I don't think. I think just you and I believe, are the only 2 people on here. But yeah, like I said, my channel is all about music, and it looks like it's just gonna stay that way, you know. But yeah, you gotta come up. You gotta come up and jam up here, man. Let's see. Oh, he left. Bad sport left. Bad sport too. I don't know. Somebody left, but yeah, yeah. Dill Roger. Okay. He's a musician. Yeah, I know he plays bass. I'm a musician, so you know, I'm trying to get musicians from Phoenix to come up here and jam. You know, got a great spot where we can do a good jam. I got a generator on the RV, so that we can make that happen pretty easy. Hooking up all the gear and stuff. Won't take that much to hook things in and start playing. But yeah, I like the musicians. This town's great, man. The musicians up here are really down to earth people. It's like everybody's into just the outdoor enthusiast type living up here. It's just that way up here, and I've been singing karaoke now up here for about a month, and I had people come up to me last night and they were saying, "That's the best I've heard you sing." And you sing good all the time, but you were especially good. And I think it's because I picked some other songs that I haven't done in a long time. I did a song called "Dust in the Wind" by Kansas, and yeah, I had people came into the room from the other room wondering, who was singing that song, and it was me. But they're thinking, man, that was really exceptional. And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna let any of this stuff get to my head. I was like, oh, well, thank you, but I'm just here to practice and keep my keep my voice up so when I'm ready to sing with my stuff, then I'm ready to go. That's one thing. That's one of the reasons I'm doing that. If you let yourself go, then you can't. It takes a long time to get it back. Especially guitar. I put the guitar down for a while, and you got to build the calluses back up on your fingers, and it's just those things you have to do. But yeah, I don't want to. This town is really small. Everybody knows everybody in this town. Whoever lives in this town at least. But yeah, I'm not gonna leave this town. I'm staying adopted to Cottonwood because Jerome's right. Everything's 15 minutes away, any direction, whether it's Cornville, Sedona, Jerome, Cottonwood. And then this town's got Walmart. It has Home Depot. It has a bunch of restaurants. It's got Old Town Cottonwood. Old Town Cottonwood's just incredible. Beautiful little section where there's all the good, nice restaurants down there and down in there. And it kind of there's some spots that kind of remind me of, back east, the way the trees are. It just looks like, it just gives that kind of, it's got a rustic feel to it. And burger places I went to up here, the best one was called Colt Grill. If you ever come up here, if you're from Phoenix or wherever, go to Colt Grill and get the Monster Burger. Man, you can't go wrong. You can only get cheddar or pepper jack or both on that burger, but for cheese. But I'll tell you what, I did a video. If you go back into my videos, my video was really shaky because I didn't bring a selfie stick with me. I wasn't even sure if I was going to film out there, but I did it anyway. I just wanted, since I was there, might as well. So I took a gamble and I filmed it. And yeah, the burger was incredible. I rate that burger a 5 star plus. Actually, I'd give it 6 stars, 6 out of 5. Well, the full five, but it's just great tasting, perfectly cooked. Everything on it. Man, I tell you, that was a mouth-watering burger. Yeah, I told the restaurant manager. I said, "Man, this place is incredible." They got ribs there too. You can get a full set of racks for $23. So I think when I get paid on the third, I'm gonna go get their instead of getting the burger, I'm gonna get their full rack, and do that dinner. Man, they just got everything on their menu. It's incredible. So I didn't know they did ribs there until I got inside there and I checked out their menu. So So I was just trying to think. What are you doing today? I was just trying to think Dill Rogers. What's your plans for today? I don't know what area you're. Are you in the Phoenix area? I get some different people on here occasionally. One or two, whatever. But I never get a big crowd. No big crowd. I think most of my viewers are my personal friends, and I've got a lot of them down in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area, and they come in after. They never. Sometimes they might pop in on a live, but most of the time they don't. they don't like to be on YouTube. To be honest with you, they hate YouTube, and they don't like their name being exposed on a video. So that's one of the reasons why they don't. That's why they'll come on after the live feed, and then they'll come out. They kind of they'll check out the video, and that's it. But they won't subscribe. They won't do any of that kind of stuff because they don't want people knowing about them. They're just paranoid about the authorities. That's all. And not that the authorities are looking for them or anything. It's just the way it is. But I was playing my mandolin the other day. I bought that instrument up here. I got a really good deal on it. I bought it for $60, and the thing is incredible. I took it to Tommy Rocks up there in Jerome, and he looked at it and he tuned it up for me, and he said, he goes, "That's about a $350 ukulele." He goes, "You don't sell guitars very well." He doesn't sell guitars very well, but I'll tell you what he does have in that shop. That's called Tommy Rocks in Jerome. I found something incredible in there, which is a 6-string banjo. I've never seen one before. First time ever. He sells them there, and I'm gonna buy one. And it's it's gonna be crazy having. I mean, I got one, two, four, 5 instruments in this RV. That'd be pretty incredible, to be honest with you. It's like, do I need 5 instruments? Not really, but I like the fact that that's a 6-string banjo. It makes it easier to play. The chord structure's just like a guitar. So I just pick right up from the guitar. So that's nice, and it sounds great. You could be out, out and about. Somebody else came in here and they left. Like I said, people pop in, they pop out. You know, I never know who comes in here. Like I said, it's just whatever. But I think I've been talking about music the whole time because that's just where I'm at. That's his name. Yeah, David Ellison. I doubt he'd come in here. Favorite firearms. What would be my favorite? Boy, you know what? I've never been into firearms really, but like I said, I currently don't own any firearms right now, and but I had to sell. I sold mine actually, all my firearms, but I had a let me think. What did I have? An SK Chinese SKS assault rifle, and my one of my fellow associates I work with rebuilt that whole thing complete from top to bottom. And it wasn't Chinese anymore after he was done with it. It was American, but he made it a fully automatic assault rifle. It was an incredible piece of art the guy created. I mean, it was an automatic machine gun. It was crazy. That thing had a 100-round barrel, which the gentleman designed and made and created for that gun. And it jammed up like the first few times because we took it out and we had to practice with it. And after that, he made the adjustments to it. The thing never jammed again. That thing would spit so many. Oh man! But the amount of money to take that out and shoot it was sick. It didn't make sense. To go practice shooting, you're best off with a 22 rifle. Because that's cheap. You go buy a bunch of ammo and have a good time and have not I'm not saying have a couple beers, but have some iced tea or something. You don't want to mix your alcohol with firing a firearm. It's a bad idea. Bad things occur from things like that. But yeah, I had the Taurus handgun 9 millimeter. That was a pretty nice. That was a pretty nice piece of. That was a nice gun actually. Um, I guess what do you call those? Trying to think of the type of the I can't the Glock. Yeah, I like the Glocks. Glocks are nice pistol. I'll probably end up getting something down the road here. I have to take care of a couple things first, but I got some expenses I got to deal with, and once I get those things aired out, I'll consider getting back into the the entertainment of guns, or whatever, but it's expensive, like I said, just to go shooting. But, I've got pepper spray on board, and I've got some other means to protect myself, so, but I don't worry about those things really. I just, I don't. Since I've been up here, everything's been pretty cool up here. People have been good, except a couple nights ago, and I was in Jerome. I was at the Spirit Room, and I paid for. I had like $40 in 40. I think my bill came to four. I'm not even sure what the bill was, but I'm gonna say it was at least $40. And I gave my debit card to the bank, or to the, I wanted to say the bank, or to the bar, and they took it. And then at the end of the night, I went to get my card back, and the bartender said, "We don't have your card." And I'm like, "What?" So I called the bank, and my card was charged for the amount of for that bill for that place. I go, "Who's the establishment?" And they said, "The Spirit Room." I said, "Oh." So yeah, I agree with that. No, I mean, but there are. I have a couple. I have one friend, personal friend, that got busted for two felonies, class 4 and 5. His felonies were aggravated DUIs. He killed two people in an accident. He killed a mother and a newborn child in the accident with drinking. And I was at the house when he was drinking. I know how much he drank. He drank a hell of a lot, and he always did, because he's an alcoholic. He needs one drink after another. But anyway, he always gets, he's the one that knows how to drive when he's drunk. He could drive better. But I'll tell you what he did do. He drove really fast that night. He pulled out, and he T-boned the lady and killed the lady and the child. And he went to prison for it. And he got out. He did his time. And he got his gun rights back. They gave him his gun rights back. So, it, I guess if you commit a crime with a gun, I guess there's no chance you can get your gun rights back. But if otherwise, if it's just, then you can get your gun rights back. That's what I found out from him, at least. But yeah, he owns all his. He's got like a 45 caliber, a 40. Let me think. What else does he have? Yeah, he's got a few guns, to say the least. Let's see. Five people getting there. Yeah, So yeah, he got all of his rights back, and he's all good. He's married now, and life's good for him. And he don't really associate with his former friends. Yeah, I agree with if it's a violent offense, but if somebody commits a violent offense, they still can get the guns as long as they didn't commit that offense with a weapon. If it's any kind of weapon, it could be a baseball bat even. They'll deny you. But if you committed a crime with no weapons involved, and it's not a violent offense, then they will get they it's up to the judge. The judge can deny you. I'll tell you, John had a problem. My friend John, and his problem was that his offense. Yeah. Anyway, his was serious because he killed somebody. But they still gave him his gun rights back, which is, but like I said, I'll say it, and I'll say it many times over. It's up to the judge. It's the judge's discretion. They don't have to give you those rights. You can still qualify to get your whatever back, but if the judge in your residing area in your county or your courthouse where you were convicted, and that particular judge that's tied into your area, it's up to him. It's his discretion. He, like I said, if it's maybe it's a good day for him. Maybe he has a good day and things were good the previous night, and he's happy. And you get lucky, and he sees your piece of paper come across, and he gives you all your rights back. Whether it's civil liberties, or your voting rights, or even yet your gun rights, and that can. Yeah, and then you're all good. And then the next guy, maybe he has a bad night or whatever, or a bad week, so he just denies everybody, that's going to apply. But like I said, you have a right to keep applying, even though you've been denied. I think it's like you have to wait. Once you apply, you have to wait 90 days for an answer back from the court. So that's my understanding on that. let's see, it's not right. No person should have the right to give you. I mean, no per. What do you mean? A judge does. I might be wrong on, but I'm saying the judge, and that's what I'm trying to say. The judge, it's up to the judge to give your rights back. So it's all about the judge. So nothing on people. People. I mean, every person has the right to apply to get their rights back. It doesn't mean you're going to get them back. You may. I knew an individual that I was friends with, and he had a violent felony on his occurrence, and he got denied on everything. He tried for, I don't know, 10 years. Every year, once a year, he tried to get his rights back, and the judge denied him. And even his civil liberties rights, he got those denied too. Yeah, I don't know. So in Maricopa County, I'm not 100%, sure on everything in there. I'd have to go there and ask questions. They don't like to answer your questions if you have them when you go to the courthouse up there up in Maricopa County, down in Phoenix. But I'm up here in Cottonwood now, and I'm not concerned about any of that kind of stuff. I'm just concerned about just my everyday general life. With the RV and keeping up my supplies. It's a storm must be coming in because it was all really breezy up here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not an expert on any of the things we're talking about. At least when it comes to court stuff, I have no clue. Uh, I used to know a personal judge in Phoenix, and I'm not gonna mention his name, but anyway, he was a miracle. He was a what do you call it? Trying to think what kind of judge he was. He worked for. He was the top dog in Phoenix and for all the court proceedings down there. He was a head up guy, and he was one of those judges that felt nobody should get their rights back. Once you commit a crime, that's it. You're done. Don't ask. Don't even bother. Because if you had him as your judge, forget it. You weren't going to get nothing. Because he was absolutely zero. He didn't care if you qualified to get your rights back. He was not going to give them to you. That's the kind of judge he was. And he could do that. He's the judge. So judge rules over everything. That's why they're in that position. As far as I'm concerned. But here we're talking about legal proceedings and stuff like that. But it's all right. Me, I'm just go lucky. I had a occurrence at that bar with my card. I had to leave out there without my debit card, and that I was not good with. Let me tell you, I came unglued in there. I did. I threw the F bomb out there. I was using the F word, and the security came over, and the guy grabbed my arm. He says, "You know what? You're so close to getting thrown to the ground, dude. I'm gonna break every freaking bone in your body." And then he goes, and I can do it too. I'm really tough. I'll tell you that. That's why I'm security here. I said, I'm sure you can, but I guarantee you that we don't need to get it to that point. I said, all I am asking for is my debit card back. I said, I have not $1 in my pocket, in my wallet, okay? All my money I keep is on my debit card. Maybe that's such a sometimes I'll go cash back and I'll get like 20, $30 and leave it in my wallet just for something like that. But I didn't do it that day. And there was, I think, an ATM. They have ATMs up there, but I didn't do it. So it's my fault. I should have had some cash and I should have just I didn't think that was ever going to happen. That's what I thought. But the bartender was a wrench. She was a witch. She was in her early 20s, probably 22, 23 years old, and being very, very disrespectful to me. I'm like, girl, I'm your elder. I mean, back when I was a young guy, I used to have respect for people that were older that I was talking to. But you, on the other hand, do not. She goes, don't you go there with me. I say, you know, hey, she goes, I go, my card didn't have a name on it. I did not, because it was a temporary card. Okay, you've left. All right, all right. I don't know. I guess you didn't get what I was saying. I was just talking about, judges. One particular judge, just one. They're the ones. They make the decisions. That's how it works in the judicial system. As far as I'm concerned. But so anyway, I've probably been I'm rattling on about a bad subject. But I got going on it, so I get rolling on one thing and I just keep going. But anyway, I got things to do today. I'm gonna go to the bank and get another card for one, and I need to call insurance to get my truck fixed, and that's another thing I gotta do. But those are the two main things, and maybe pick up a couple things at the grocery store or whatever. But that's about it, I think, for me today. Oh, one more thing. I need to find out to drive to where that camp spot is and check it out. That's the other thing. And then I'd love to hook up with musicians up here and jam with them and get playing. Get playing with a live band. That'd be a lot of fun. I only get when you're a band, you get paid by your tips. The bar never pays the band. It's just whatever you make out of that jar. But that's okay. If I make, a lot of times you only make, you might make $20. But that's not really a living. But in this kind of living with my lifestyle, it is. It would be it's under the table money. It's not taxed or anything. Nobody sees it, so it's okay. If you get it, if you're able to, get some tips, why not? If you panhandle, you know. But let's say you panhandle with a guitar. Now you're doing something to earn that tip, in that jar. So just to say, but anyway, I dropped some people out. I'm not the most popular channel on the universe. So, but hey, it was never meant to be that way anyway. So just my personal friends. That's it. That's all there is to it. So anyways, I'm gonna close this video out. I've been on here way too freaking long. So I thank all you guys that came on here, and you guys have a great day. And I thank anybody who watches my channel and supports it. My friends, there we go. Here comes my personal friends. Okay. Well, I'm gonna close this video out here, folks. I'm gonna go talk to some of my friends on another channel. Okay, guys, we're gonna close out the video again. I thank you guys. Can't thank you guys enough. It's all cool, and we're gonna say goodbye. So, bye, YouTube. Goodbye.